The episode kicks off with Akira, where he reminisces about his childhood, defending his friend from those men who wanted to hassle his dog. He managed to strike them with force, and they apologized before leaving. His friend thanked him, and Akira beamed with joy for his heroic act. Akira shared that the world's malevolence couldn't overpower him because he's a superhero of extraordinary justice. He requested his friend to inform him if such a situation occurred again, leaving it to him to handle in his unique way. Later, we see Akira and his friend, Kentaro, asleep in their home. Zombies surround them from all directions, and when they wake up, Kentaro checks the city's status online, revealing a dire situation. Japan is grappling with zombies, and safety is elusive. Every corner teems with the undead. As Akira listens, he plays his device, virtually annihilating zombies in a game. Kentaro informs him that the self-defense forces managed to quarantine Hokkaido and mountain villages fortified themselves by sealing off access tunnels. Akira deduces that his family is safe, residing in his hometown, Gonma. In that moment, Kentaro decides to dye his hair blonde. Akira asks about the reason, and Kentaro believes Akira can do anything he desires. So, he too decides to transform, hoping it'll help alleviate some of his burdens, humorously viewing himself as somewhat of a comedian. Hearing this, Akira reveals he's considering becoming a superhero. Kentaro's shocked, thinking it's unattainable. Akira recounts a childhood memory of rescuing the needy without expecting anything in return. He dreamt of being a hero who'd save people from zombies. Kentaro assures him that it's feasible, though Akira can't fly or shoot webs like traditional heroes. Akira discloses his research on zombie elimination and uncovers a crucial realization: he must become a true superhero. The adventure begins. Afterwards, Akira and his friend enter this place, exclaiming, "I haven't seen this fish tank since I was a child." It appears to be in excellent condition, filled with many fish and a giant shark. Kentaro remarks, "If this were the first day after the outbreak, I'd be extremely scared to find this massive shark." The creature has a terrifying appearance, and Akira asks, "Don't you feel a strange excitement as you walk through the back alleys of the fish tank?" They open a cabinet and discover clothing, which Akira starts coloring. Next, we transition to the city where many zombies are chasing a bus. Inside the bus are numerous people and its microbus driver. The situation seems dire, as everyone waits for the zombies around them to move away. However, panic ensues as the people exclaim, "This is impossible. I don't want to die. We don't want to die here." Surprisingly, they notice that one person has turned into a zombie and bites a girl beside him. She wakes up and continues eating the remaining people. The onlookers panic, attempting to escape swiftly to avoid being exposed to the zombies. Eventually, they abandon the bus, and the zombies start attacking them. Amid the chaos, they notice a female zombie being chased. She thinks she's safe if she reaches a certain point, but her footing slips, causing her to fall. The pursuing zombie speeds up to bite her, tears welling in her eyes. She exclaims, "No, I don't want to die." Suddenly, a figure appears and rescues her, telling her not to fear. He introduces himself as Akira, the legendary superhero, and assures her that he's with her. Meanwhile, Kentaro watches from a distance, humorously commenting that Akira at least succeeded in terms of appearance. Akira recalls that the shark's skin is actually a diving suit designed to protect against shark bites. It's used when cleaning the shark and crocodile tanks. The suit is constructed from titanium mesh and high-strength steel fibers, functioning like sturdy armor. Even the bites of large sharks couldn't penetrate it. In other words, it's impervious to zombie bites as long as he wears this suit. Akira emerges to aid people against the zombie onslaught. Unexpectedly, a girl appears among the crowd, the risk analyst who Akira encountered earlier in the store. He hadn't expected to meet her again, but fate had its own plans. Suddenly, a zombie appears behind Akira and attacks him. The zombie strikes again, knocking Akira to the ground. The suit's design resists the bite, but Akira still feels overwhelmed and screams for help. He asks Kentaro for assistance, but Kentaro explains that there's only one suit, and Akira must handle things on his own. The scene shifts to Akira disposing of the zombie into the sea, then he recollects the girl. The scene transitions to Kentaro and a group of people, including a weeping girl. Kentaro reassures her of their safety. Akira arrives, and Kentaro describes him as a great hero. Akira notices the girl standing and approaches her. He reminds her that they met at a convenience store before introducing himself as Tendo Akira. The girl expresses disinterest in his name and questions how saving people benefits him. She informs him that psychologists call this suit identification. Often, feelings of inferiority or low self-esteem lead people to adopt the appearances and behaviors of their heroes. It's a form of psychological defense that empowers those whom society usually disregards, allowing them to develop self-worth and wish to become heroes. Suddenly, Kentaro appears behind Akira and asks the girl how she managed to speak such things. Akira had saved everyone from the zombies. The girl clarifies that she doesn't intend to negate the fact that he saved people, but she thought about the danger facing those who are important to him. Akira does it to placate the decreasing respect he has for himself. She emphasizes that being a hero isn't a self-proclaimed title. Abruptly, a loud sound captures their attention. Akira goes to investigate, followed by Kentaro. The scene shifts to Akira and Kentaro standing amidst water on the ground, with a distant red light. Suddenly, a shark with legs appears before them, attacking them. They flee to their friends and tell them to run. Everyone flees, but Akira contemplates something before he too flees with his friends. Akira realizes that they need to execute a tactical retreat. However, a small girl grabs the risk analyst girl and drops her to the ground before darting out of the door. They close the door, realizing they've escaped. Akira inquires about the risk analyst girl, and the little girl shows up, crying, admitting she didn't intend to do what she did to the risk analyst girl. Akira understands that she's still outside and tries to open the door, but it won't budge. He calls for help from Kentaro, but Kentaro is nowhere to be found. He exits to help the risk analyst girl. Then the shark and the risk analyst girl appear, talking to herself about why she hates moving in large groups. When the shark attacks her, Akira intervenes, striking the shark and causing it to fall. The girl questions Akira about his presence, and he informs her that he came to save her. She gets angry and asks him for the real reason. Akira rises from the ground, explaining that when he sees someone in need, he wants to be a hero and save them. The girl contemplates about Akira and how he doesn't hold back and acts on his desires. The girl rises and asks Akira about his strategy. He explains that he doesn't have a specific one. Suddenly, the shark's eyes turn blue, and it attacks Akira and the risk analyst girl. Akira wonders what to do in this situation, and the girl informs him she has a plan, but it's so silly she can't believe it herself. Then Kentaro appears at the window, pondering how he can save them. Akira is able to distract the shark, so the shark attacks him using small ferocious fish. Then we see the girl saying that this whale has sensory organs in its heads that are able to detect small electric charges the size of a part of 1,000,000 volts and use them to catch small fish based on the electric field generated by its muscles, and that directing a current shock therefore, the sensitive organ through a direct touch of the muscles of a human being will be sufficient to confuse it enough to eliminate it, and if we focus on our attack there, we will have something that can deliver a strong electric current. So the shark attacks Akira with a strong blow and throws it away. So we see a tired Akira and think about what he is doing again in order to buy time last until the girl appears, but Kensho appears to try to distract the whale, so Akira stands and thinks about all his friends who were killed. Then the girl appears and throws Lorenzini lamps to Akira, so he runs quickly to take them. Then she asks him whether this will work with the zombie shark or not, so Akira told her that he will try that. Then Akira runs to attack the whale, so he hits him with lamps and kills him, and finally they succeed in killing him. Then Akira rejoices, and Kensho said to him, "Well done, you are a superhero." The next day, Kensho talks to Kira, "Why would you leave without saying anything?" If Akira had anything in her, she told him her priority was to do things to avoid becoming zombies, but you both wanted to do things before you became zombies. Everything she said is true, but she is a very important person for him, and I will save you even if I am not trying to be a hero. So the girl is very ashamed, then she leaves him to go. But Akira asks her where to go, so she tells him to any place that may be safe and self-sufficient. Then she gives him her data code so that they can send each other because confident that they did not meet again. There is no risk in sharing contact data with him. Then Akira goes and hopes to see her again, so Kensho asks him about what they are doing, so he tells him that he does not know and thinks about the passage of 7 years since I moved here, and I did not realize that even though Kensho is a friend of the university and tastes the depths despair in working in an exploitative company, but now I have had enough of Tokyo. I want his parents to know well, so Kensho agrees. Then he told him we will go to the best kept secret of Kanto, which is Ganmo.